What's up, guys? NJ Slot Guy here from the fabulous Slot Hopper Suite is what we're going to call it tonight. I am sitting here with the wonderful Slot Hopper, and she's here to share some secrets, some tips and tricks with us, talk to us about some things, and this is your first official interview that you've ever done as long as you've been a channel. That's correct?
Yes.
And that's why this is very special to me, and I thank you from the bottom of my heart for entrusting me with this, interview.
Sure.
So I am now doing these new interview podcast things with us with SlotsFans.com,
Okay.
and I saw their website and I was like, this is great what they were doing with the streamers and the rankings and stuff, and they had biographies on everybody, and yours is blank, and I'm like, I love Slot Hopper. I said, I'm going to talk to her. I'm going to say, if I could get her on the couch here, we're going to talk about some things, and I want you to share with some people. Hopefully some things that maybe you haven't shared yet, with wins and losses, ups and downs with stuff.
Okay.
And all of the audience would love to hear it, I'm sure. A lot of my audience watches you. You're one of my top, how they
Yes,
show that.
likewise.
Which I love, and it always makes it better when we were together in the casino, and
Yes.
we're, I'm in the background making you laugh, and we're talking about stuff. You're live. Oh, I'm seeing all your people go nuts. Forget it. If I put you in one of my videos, I gained, so many subscribers last time because
Good.
she's really the famous one in the room.
No.
if we're
You're not
being
giving
honest.
yourself enough credit.
So, to get into that, obviously we know that you are Slaughter. Tell me how this started, when this started, how'd you go about it, and how it just got to where it is.
Well, I blame Dave.
I blame Dave. That's a
He-
good start.
I didn't even know that people were streaming slots on YouTube. He said, hey, did you know people are playing slots and recording it and putting it on YouTube? I was like, you gotta be kidding me. He's like, no, really.
Yeah.
And I didn't believe him, and he showed me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is crazy.
Yeah. Similar story. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was 2020. We just had a baby.
Congratulations on that
Yeah,
baby in
thank you.
2020.
He's 4 now.
I know. I know.
But COVID hit,
Yeah.
and David owned a construction company,
Right.
and people wouldn't let him go in his house, in their
Okay.
houses.
Right,
So
right.
his work just kind of went, and
Yeah.
we needed something to do, So he's like, let's go record at Hard Rock. I'm like, you got to be kidding me. I don't want to do
Yeah.
this.
Yeah.
So we didn't have permission.
It's all right.
So we went to make our
No
first
judgment.
video. We like to gamble. We've
Right.
always played old school, always. Old school 3-reels, hit jackpots. But the first video, Dave had to hold the camera
Yeah.
right behind me. I sat at the machine.
Yep.
He snuck record, and I think we played, what the heck, Top Dollar.
Wow.
Yeah.
This is a good memory. I couldn't tell you the first machine I played. That's awesome.
And I was so dang nervous. Even though it wasn't live, I was so nervous. 'cause
Yeah. Yeah. Similar story. I love it. I love, hearing that because it makes you feel a little bit normal now.
And I didn't know how to do anything. He didn't know how to do anything, so I Googled everything.
No way. Yeah.
Yes.
Good stuff. That's
How
good.
do
Very-
I edit? How do I upload?
Great stuff.
So our oldest son started the YouTube channel.
Okay.
He created it for me.
Okay.
And it just evolved.
And that's it. I know you can't explain it because it rose so quick too, right? Like everything started happening all at
It
once.
did, and I made so many mistakes. I still make mistakes.
We all do every single day, which makes us better as creators as we move on. You see yourself as a creator now and what you were back in 2020. You're like, what the hell are they doing? I do that all the time. Still doing that now. I meet up with all you creators and I go, what am I doing? Like everybody's got real stuff going on.
I know. I'm so critical of myself. And sometimes I don't upload a video for like 2 days because I got to think about it.
Yes, and it's crazy because when you do sit back and you really think about it, like you're doing a bang-up job, you're doing fantastic, and you're too hard on yourself. Your people love you no matter what. And you know that, right? You do at the end of the day. But this doesn't matter. I'm going to do it. You're still going to do it.
Yeah.
You're going to overwork. You're going to it's always over. And obviously that's what makes you a great creator is because you're doing more than you should be,
Well, and
Look
to
at it like
me,
that.
being a creator is being original.
Yes.
You don't
yourself.
have a script. You don't have a publisher or an editor.
No.
You just create.
That's it.
And like a lot of people overanalyze and like you need to have somebody edit your videos. But why?
Yeah.
I mean, that loses its
Right. Like
originality.
I agree with you too. When I started, I was doing a lot of the editing. I'm a variable though, we know that. And I was clipping everything, curses, everything I was doing. And then people just loved me the more and more I did it. Like if I missed one, I happen to miss one, it slipped by, and they love it. You know, like
Right.
I end up cutting out the end of a video while I'm telling Jerry to shut up or something. It just sounds so perfect. It's like, Jerry, would you shut
Yes.
up? And it cut off, and everybody went nuts. And I'm like, you guys actually like this stuff. I'm keeping it. And you know how easy it is to be yourself, right?
Yeah.
And that's what has made you successful. So don't stop being yourself. Be yourself more. How's that sound?
I don't
Does that
know.
make sense? No?
No.
Do they want more? Are they ready for more slot opera?
I don't know. So I started the travel channel.
That's right.
And
Let's talk about it.
It's been hard.
Okay, so tell me about the pros and cons of both. So of both Slot Hopper and now your new one, which is named
Travel hopper chick.
Travel Hopper Chick. Pay
Yes.
attention, people.
Yes.
Let's hear it.
Being a slot creator, streaming slots,
Yeah.
is very stressful.
Yes, it is.
At first, it was super exciting, but to get clicks, you got to be able to place the bets. You got to be able to produce the wins. You can't always lose. You can't always win. And the highs and lows are like a roller coaster.
Right.
It's never just cool. It is way up or way the heck down.
Swing 0 to 100,
Swing
100 to
high,
0.
swing
That's
low.
exactly what I said to Tim. We go from 0 to 100, 100 to 0, negatives, even
Yes.
more than 100. Those highs and lows are very hard to keep up with mentally and physically.
It is. It's exhausting.
So now what happens when you start a travel channel on top of it now? You have now doubled your work, if not
But
have added more.
It is more, and I don't have a day off.
Yeah.
But it's an escape.
Okay, I see what
Like,
you're saying. An escape
yeah.
from Slot Hopper.
Yes.
But you turn that escape into another road. That's awesome. You took it and capitalized
and
on it.
so there's so
Great.
many creators now. I felt like I needed a second channel to help Slot Hopper.
I see.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Obviously, since 2020, we can say that it's. I don't even know how many streamers there are now.
Yeah.
I was
insane.
counting it the one day, and I'm pretty sure I was still off by hundreds.
Yes.
How does that sound?
I
You
bet
know?
there's 3,000 YouTube
When
channels.
you 3,000 YouTube, you're saying. I was
Yeah.
thinking like you combine them all, and
I know, I think
that.
just
Yeah,
YouTube.
just YouTube. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
it's insane.
So
Yeah.
let's think about that as a whole. And like when I came in, there was like 20 channels, or at least I say
Right.
there were 20 channels. Maybe I only saw 20
What
channels.
year did you start?
2018, August of 2018.
Wow.
And like I only remember watching 3 or 4 people at that time, but I know there
Yeah.
was 20. That's what I keep saying. But I've talked to other people who are like, I've been here since, and I'm like,
Right.
about that. Like, I think we're
YouTube
just
might
making up
not have
stories.
suggested them all to you and you didn't know.
That's true, because now
Yes.
you see how it works. I'm meeting channels that I didn't even know existed,
Yes, me too.
at this point, and
Yeah.
you're right, that could easily fall. And
Right.
there's just people who have no idea I exist. Sometimes I'm standing with other creators when somebody recognizes them sometimes. And they're like, oh, hey, this NJ Slot guy. And they're like, oh, hey, you doing? And I'm like, yeah, it's all right. You got to
Yeah.
subscribe. If you haven't yet,
Right.
don't go nuts. Don't go out of your way. But I have also done the same thing as well, like being there and being recognized. And like, I'm like Cowboy Slots or something. I go, I say, you know Cowboy Slots? And like, no, I'm sorry. You don't know. I'm like, you know who that is?
It's so funny.
know?
We were checking in yesterday, and Vegas Low Roller was coming in behind us to check
Okay.
in.
Yep.
And Dave turns around and he's like, hey, how are you? And he's just like, and who are you?
Easy.
But, we see him on YouTube, so we think we know him. And
Of course.
That's the way people treat me, too.
I say to people all the time, the relatability with us and the closeness that we have with our audience, I guarantee
Yeah.
you that you can vouch for this, is that wall that we are like, you could touch us, you could reach out and touch us.
Right.
You watch people on TV, and we say you're not reaching out and touching Leonardo DiCaprio on a Tuesday
Right.
night at 8 o'clock at your local casino. And if he's there, I'm pretty sure you're getting close to him. Us, you just walk right up to him and sit down next to him. Hey, how
Right.
you doing?
I know.
Yeah.
We're
That's
friends.
why I can only imagine the things that you deal with that I will never experience.
No,
know.
not really. That's
No?
why I keep Dave handy.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's a personal bodyguard. I have him.
Yes.
I'm going to have him walk me around later just for fun, And he's a blast, too, by the way, if you want to
He's
get
fun.
into it. All right, he's a good time.
On camera. No,
He
I'm
is.
kidding.
Yeah, see?
Yeah.
And another reason why people love you is because, you obviously are entertaining. Your look is incredible. Like, and you know that. You
Thank
stick
you.
out with your look, and man, do you rock it. Like, I think I said this to you one time when we were together, I don't know if it was in Vegas or Hard Rock, but I said, like, when I went up to the floors at Hard Rock, they always have, like, Lady Gaga's here. You should be there.
Whatever.
You should
I
be.
wish.
Don't say whatever.
I just
want to
get paid like Lady
yes,
Gaga.
Yeah, don't we all, right.
Right.
But like you have a superstar look to you.
Thank you.
You know, when you walk around, and you are so humble and welcoming and approachable too. So
I wanted to be a fashion designer.
Did you really?
I did.
Tell us more, shall we?
Well, had kids instead. So.
And you look like you design everything that you do. You put everything. Well, can you imagine what I would look like and what you're like an ensemble and what you're wearing?
But we're our own people. Like
Damn
you're
right.
NJ, and
Yeah.
I couldn't see you in cowboy boots.
Cowboy boots.
No.
But now that we're gonna think about it, maybe
Maybe
one
you
day.
should.
Maybe I'll go visit Cowboy out in Wyoming and wear
I
cowboy
think you
boots.
should. Yes.
And that's what we should do. So we covered pros and cons. Let's get into the fun stuff.
Okay.
What is your biggest win of all time?
On camera.
On camera and off camera. I didn't even think about off camera. That's a good one. On
So-
camera and off camera, because obviously you were a gambler, just a regular gambler,
Yes.
before a creator. So yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Dave and I had so much fun at Hollywood Hard Rock before it was guitar.
Okay.
That was our place.
Mm.
So we used to go in. I mean, we were low rollers. We'd go hit up the Wheel of Fortune, like $3 to spin, $5 to spin, go in with like $100, and hit like 800. We're like, oh my gosh,
I
this
remember
is
those
huge.
days. Remember those days? Wasn't that fun?
And one day Dave was like, well, let's go in the high limit room. I'm like, oh no,
No
I don't
way.
go in
Yeah,
there.
Yeah, I don't go there.
Okay, well, we should have never went in there.
That's it. It
That was
started a
it. We
whole
were done.
Yep, done.
So we went in there. You know what I played? Do you remember the original Top Dollar that was like, Top Dollar? And he'd shake the dollars at the top. He was like mechanical, and you could see him. He was like a...
I want to say yes, and I do, but it's so very like...
They have one machine at Mohegan still, but it's like
remember them
super high
shaking.
limit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh?
Anyway, I won 10,000.
Nice.
The next day, I won another 10,000.
No way. On
Yes.
that same machine or a different machine?
Same machine.
No way. You hear
Yes.
that, guys? So there's no rhyme or reason that proves
So that night, we were up. I still had my winnings, the other 10,000.
Okay.
So and David had won, and we were like up to like 23,000 or something.
it. Yeah.
I'm like, you know what? Let's go play this. I think it was $10 or 25. I think it was $10 machine. It was 2 times, 3 times, 4 times. You know, the double times pay.
Yeah.
The old school.
Yes.
I'm like, okay, I'm gonna play this. Well, I'm betting 1 credit, right?
Okay.
I get a little deep in it, and
Yep.
I'm like, crap. I'm probably in it $5,000, and I've got $30 left in the game,
Okay.
and I'm livid.
Yeah, of course.
So I smash the max bet. It hits.
Yes.
Yes, like 36K. Yeah, that was my biggest win.
And that's off camera.
Off camera.
Off camera.
Of course.
Were you, but wait, you were a creator at the time, or were you? No, you were just
Yeah.
normal people at that time.
Normal.
That's cool. When it was fun, when it
It
meant
was
more.
fun.
It meant more too.
Well, you
know?
could win easier. Like, I can't imagine going to casino now with the budget that I have.
No way.
Back then, ooh, yeah.
Yeah, I know. I feel that
Yeah.
way too. You're not alone. You're not alone. So, what advice would you give a new creator that's coming in?
Pace yourself.
Right.
Like, you've got to pace yourself, because if you go for max right away and you go out of your budget, you're gonna overset yourself, and you're not gonna make
Yeah,
it.
you set yourself up for failure in that way, and that's what I try to tell everybody now. I was giving out way different advice 5 years ago to people who were emailing me.
Yeah.
You know, I was kidding. Yeah, this is the greatest thing of all time. It was
No.
this long, you know. And
People will email me too and want to know how to do it. And I'm like,
now,
there's no real way.
Yeah.
You kind of have to figure it out, but you have to have a goal. You have to
Yeah.
have an audience that you're targeting,
yeah.
and you got to
Now.
have a pace button. And you
Yeah.
definitely cannot have a gambling addiction.
Yeah,
You'll never
this
make it.
is not the thing to do.
You got to know
if
when to go
you're-
home.
Yeah, and especially when it comes to the content creation too, because this can get very addicting. Like I said,
Yeah.
you know, it's become a point where it's a content addiction for me now. Like, if I pop up, you know, after 4 or 5 hours of sleep, I'm not like, I'm gonna try to go back to sleep. I'm like, I'm gonna go create content as well. You know what I mean? And that's why I'm dying right now.
Yeah.
But you know, it makes everything a lot more fun as you're hallucinating throughout the day. You know?
Right.
Why wouldn't it?
It's a good time filler.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. So I'm gonna say with the same thing with a creator, be way more cautious now too. And
Yes.
that email probably is longer now with a bunch of things not to do. I've grown as a creator too. You know.
And I felt bad telling people to pace themselves
Yeah.
and be yourself, but that's the truth.
It really is.
And I bet they thought I was being rude.
I'm sure. I'm sure. You know, and it's very hard to think about somebody disliking you, right? But I know there's people out there.
Oh, man.
I'm sure there's creators out there before that maybe we were in the same group of whatever, and like I just like happened to pass them or something, and they probably
Right.
they didn't say hi to me. And like I
Look at her in her stupid boots.
Yeah, right. Look at this loud mouth, bald, stupid. You know what I mean? And the list goes on, and I do hope that's not the case. I try my best to be genuine with everybody, especially other creators, because
Yes.
I want to see everybody succeed in this community.
I do as well, but not everybody feels that way.
Whereas that's not a universal thought process, and to each his own. I
It's a
can't tell
game,
anybody
though.
how to think, but
Yeah.
you know, my goal is to try to be as successful as I possibly can for myself and for everybody else behind me, in front of
Right.
me. Like try to be a stepping stone. Like what's your as a channel, and now because you have two. So when I say channel now, let's talk about both of them. You know, don't just focus on the slot hopper stuff. What are your goals? What are your goals for each of them now? Now that you are in the game, because you had different goals in 2020 than you do now, because
Right.
everything has changed. What is your goal, you would say, and your mission for slot hopper as well as Travel Hopper Chick?
Just to succeed.
Yeah,
Take care of my family.
that's it, right? That's all you want
That's
to do.
it. I just want to get through the month, buy groceries. Heck, they go up $50, I feel like, every time I go in the dang store.
That's wild.
And medication goes up. Our oldest son is a type 1 diabetic, so he can't go without, you know? It's
Yeah.
2
it's not
kids in
easy.
college,
Yeah.
so
You're
everything's
really,
expensive.
exactly. You're not sitting here just you and Dave traveling the world on a
No.
with no responsibility.
And that's another thing.
Yes, that's why
People
I
want to have an image,
Uh-huh.
and I don't want to taint that image because, you know, when I watch TV, I want to escape too.
Of course.
I want to see an image. I don't want to see your personal life. You can leave your drama at home.
Okay.
That's another reason why I always try to portray happiness.
Yeah. Yeah.
I personally, I've shed enough tears. When I'm on camera, I want to laugh.
Well said.
I want to spread laugh. And I don't know, I feel like I don't want to share too much of myself because I'm
agree.
normal. I'm a
agree.
person. I have bills. I have ups and
Yeah.
downs.
Yes.
I don't have a money tree at home. I get a lot of comments.
I really thought
Well, I guess you
did.
got to tell Dave to give you that money tree again. Oh,
Where-
okay.
Does Dave have a money tree? He's not telling us.
No, we both
All
work
right,
our butts
let me
off.
Know, let me know.
Yeah.
If he does have.
I don't know. We can go shake it later and find out.
He may be hiding it. We don't know. You know. I'm just kidding. Not to joke about our hard work and serious stuff.
Yes.
Now, right, and now people have an image too, and if you don't give them stuff, they have no idea. Now, I will say this, as a fan, like Tim was my first, like when I was trying to do a podcast 6 years ago, and it was the worst thing ever. Like Tim was the first person I reached out to as a creator.
Okay.
And Tim was somebody I watched first before he became a creator. So I was like, "This is cool." Like I was fanboying and
We
stuff.
watched
like,
him too.
Like I can't believe I'm. You know, I was sitting here with Tim, and he made obviously he made it that much easier to like him and be relatable and
Yes.
stuff. But like, you know, when I first saw Tim, and I'm watching him on the screen. Like I didn't know what to think of him. Then you put a face on him. Then I got to
Right.
know him a little bit, and I'm like, you know what? As a fan, I want to know a little bit. I'm with you though. I have that same thought process. Let's leave a little bit at home. You know, I don't
Right.
need to see reels of all your children and family and all doing all this stuff.
No.
But I do want to know a little bit about you. I want to know where you came from. I want to know some of your struggles because as much as I only have this slot hopper image of you, you know,
Right.
on this screen. I want to know more about you because I like you. So I want to see how I also relate to you as well. But I'm
Right.
with you. Stop at a certain point.
There's a limit, and like I want to protect my family,
Of
and I don't
course.
want to. But yeah, at the same time, it makes you more relatable.
So you know,
Yeah,
you
I'm
get what
not.
I'm saying?
Yeah, I
Like,
don't live in a castle on the hill and
right.
riding.
Because who knows who's painting that picture of you, and they may do that just because they see you playing. Oh my, she played $20 a spin.
Right.
Played it for 6 minutes. Like
Right.
relax, you know.
Yeah.
Like, but you don't know how people portray that.
But
as,
then
you know?
again, you'll have somebody that thinks you're not doing enough and you're not spending enough and you're cheap. Oh man, I can't tell you how many messages I got on Facebook, like when I first started. I've
us
had
one.
messages.
Give us one.
Okay. You should kill yourself. You suck.
Do you know what? That I got the same message. It wasn't the same exact. I played a dollar machine once, $2 spins.
Oh.
It was one of those fun ones, like Wild Cherry Double Dublin, something crazy like that. I just went off. I was like, let me make this last for 20 minutes. I did it, and so I put it in the comment section. You should kill yourself if you're gonna play this machine.
Oh yeah.
And like,
you never win. You definitely need to quit.
We're in this space, yeah. What else? Yeah, there's some mean stuff out there.
Yes, but you know what? I can get 100 really nice comments, and for some reason your brain's gonna focus on the 2 negative.
Now, why is that, you think?
I don't know. I think it's a criticism of yourself. Like, you know you're approved over here, but over here you've got these disapprovals. What can I fix?
What can I fix for those disapprovals?
But the truth is you don't need to, because you can't please.
And have you realized, like I know whenever I get negative comment from somebody that's never commented before.
Exactly.
And it's like.
And a lot of people are self-portraying their negative energy because they're miserable.
Course, yeah, and they just
so I
hate
double
on you
standard
or
it.
something.
I'm like, dude, do you need a hug?
I turn into the troll.
Yes.
I love doing that stuff.
But I made friends that way.
Okay.
Yes. I'd be like, man, why are you picking on me? Do you want to be friends?
Okay, yeah.
Like, you can come back and like my video. You don't have to leave this stuff.
Yeah, true.
And
You're
it works sometimes.
See? And they probably put your voice on it, too. And you have a nice voice and sweet and, like, you know.
They just want
easy.
some attention.
You think that's
Oh,
strong?
yeah. They're having a
they
bad
want the
day.
attention from you.
They've
they
had
want
a
the response
crap-ass
from you.
day.
Okay.
And they're, like, mad because you look like you're having a damn good time. So, you know, when I give them something to smile about, sometimes it works.
I love making people smile. That's like my goal, as you could tell. That's why I love being a comedian in a room and just breaking people. It's the best thing in the world. And like you said, when you've been there before too, and you've really been down. I don't want anybody to feel that way.
No,
and
it sucks.
You don't know whose life you're making just by putting out a video, because there's a lot of people that don't comment because they don't want to be heard, or they don't want to break through that barrier of typing and whatever it may be.
I hide. I mean, me and Dave, we watched your live streams, you and Top Dollar Mike.
Let's hear more.
We always watch. I mean, you were the very first creator to give me
but God,
the time of day ever.
That means a lot that you remember that.
And I remember me and Dave were like, hey, he just gave you a shout out. We're like, no way.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's a cool story.
Yeah, and it's rare. You know, a lot of people are not willing to let you in.
I don't understand that.
You have to make a mark for they'll acknowledge you.
I don't understand why we are in such a space of this BS competition, and why, like, I don't know.
Because we're a lot of greedy gamblers.
Oh, good
twist
twist
on that.
I never looked at it like that. Good twist on it. But, like, I don't know. Like channels that barely existed when I started that have now become friends and even more successful than I am. I couldn't be anything but happier.
Right.
To see that. Like, I'm not sitting here going, I can't believe this person's making. I'm like, oh, you have more subscribers than me. You had 0 at one point. I had 1,000. Like,
but you know what?
You're my friend on top of this now, you know?
That's why we get along, because I'm on the same page as that.
Yeah.
It's like, I have my thing to worry about. You have yours. Yeah. We can help each other. If I see you and I don't want to talk to you, then I won't talk to you.
Yeah,
you know?
right. Yeah. I mean, that also makes it easy too. Like, we've had plans before, and, you know, hundreds of different places, but we're not up each other's, you know, rears and all that stuff. We also know we are content creators the same day. You know, yeah, it's awesome to pop into one of your videos here and there, do a little walk by and give you like a nudge or something.
Right.
Your people don't want me to be sitting next to you for 10 minutes and 6 videos, you know, in a row, like an ups and downs.
People are weird, but people, when they go to NJ's channel, they want to see NJ.
Right.
So, you know, you kind of have to have like a happy medium with that. When people go to Saw Hoppers, they don't want to see a bunch of others. But then if you don't include other people, they think you're...
Yeah, it has nothing to do with that. I would like to collaborate with everybody everywhere I went too. You know, that would be awesome, and I try to still do that as much as possible. But like, look, we've been here together so long. We didn't record one video together, but you'll hear me in the back of one of yours. And you know what? Yeah. The audience that doubles over and watches the both of us will love that, and that's why I love that too. Yes. Is to appease to them. And hopefully, you know, maybe pick up some new audience members that didn't know I existed, and you know, vice versa. And it's just helping. It can hurt you.
Well, we might go beat up Top Dollar later.
Yeah, you never know.
Remember that?
You never know.
So
you never know.
I have those well, they took them out. Hard Rock took out a lot of the old school games.
Everything's leaving. Everything's going. And like, I have an older audience, and they're not getting with the show. Like, they hate the newer machines, and
Yeah.
you're seeing it too. The older machines are coming out now that we're on machines. What are your 3 favorite machines, if you had to just throw them out there?
Old school top dollar.
Old school top dollar, nice.
Love it.
When you say old school top dollar, do you mean the original Thomas top dollar with the square box, or do you mean the old school but with the diamond looking one? You know what I mean? Like the two. The long rectangle on the top dollar, or the double top dollar with the...
That's hard.
Or that original one you were talking about with the guy that was shaking.
Well, I do, but you can't play it no more. It's not anywhere. I broke it and they took it out.
Does anybody know if that machine... Oh, no, you said there might be one at Mohican.
There is, but it's like $100.
It's like $1 billion.
Yeah, so I think it's like $200 to spend.
All right.
It's no fun to spend.
Old school top dollar.
Old school top dollar. Probably... Well, I like the original one. You mean like the blue and red?
Yeah.
I do like that one.
The blue and red.
I like
it's
either
just
one.
a different symbol at the end, but same
Or the
thought
red,
process.
like triangle one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that what it is,
either
a
one.
triangle?
Yes, well, kind of. It's like
Well,
a square and a diamond.
They put the diamond inside of the square is what they did. Now I see it. See? Okay. Keep
I have
going.
one more on the diamond looking one.
Got it.
Okay. So that one, old school pinball.
And these are your favorites.
Oh, yeah.
Old school pinball, last one lands.
Yes, 2 credit or 3 credit. Either one.
Wow,
Those
great
2.
machines. Good.
I've hit more jackpots on those 2 because they're kind of predictable. If they're winning.
Give us some tips and tricks on those machines
So
that you do. And
The
people,
multi
like,
did
come
not.
on.
It doesn't always work.
We know that this is
Right.
all a game of, there's been times where I sat at a machine and hit the top dollar 5 times in 2 minutes. There's been times where I've sat at pinball and top dollar for way too long with other collaborators and have lost multiple thousands with them, and nothing has come out. So we understand that this is obviously all entertainment, and what has happened to Slot Hopper will not
For
happen
fun.
to me or you. But when you're playing top dollar, what are some of your little tips and tricks you do?
The multi did not. It usually works. Like you can have $10, $25, $50, $100.
Got it.
I start at 10, of course, because
Yeah.
I'm a cheapo.
I like the $10 version.
I love it.
It's one of my
But
favorites.
when you roll through $300 or $400 and it doesn't win, you gotta change something.
Yeah, and
because
that's happened
that
in 2
machine
minutes.
knows you're gonna keep spinning and it's gonna take every dime.
Okay.
So I try a couple at 25,
Okay.
and they usually hit.
I've been there.
Yes.
I was
Yes.
there.
I've done it multiple
I
times.
was there. It's really
Not
really
always.
Cool.
It's not
really
foolproof.
cool when it comes out, though.
But I've done it on the 50 too. We got it at Resorts World, Dave and I.
That's awesome.
Yes, like $9,000. I got to go home with.
Some of your tips and tricks have worked. And I remember being live one time. I hope you remember this.
I do.
Or maybe was I with you, or I was either with you, or you were in my live stream and you told me to pause for 30 seconds, and I did, and I came back,
Because
whatever it was.
you're on a timer.
Yeah.
You know, and you sit there and you think about it. Your hand
You're
is
just
like
consistently,
consistent.
yeah.
You have to.
Take it easy.
If it's not working, you gotta
Just
change
go like
something.
this. Yeah, just throw off the rhythm a little bit.
Yes, throw it that.
Right, I love this. And like, obviously everybody has their things, and some of my comments are, "Oh, you need to pull the card out and put it back in." And I did laugh. People say that doesn't work. It's the pause.
It is
that
the pause.
does it. It's not.
It's not
the card thing.
No.
It's the same concept that you're saying. It's just a different thing.
Yes.
Here, get up and go to the bathroom. Real
You're
quick and
hitting
come
an
back.
algorithm.
Yes,
Yes.
you're throwing everything off. That's a great. That's
If
great
you
advice.
lose your roll in a machine at like the first day,
Right.
go back the next.
Yeah.
Just throw 100 in it, and I usually can get part of my money back, even if it's off camera. Just to get my money back is a win.
What is, if you had to think of like one specific time at the casino, it doesn't have to be the biggest one because like we covered that stuff. What is one of the best times that you've ever had a casino before? Just one night that you could remember that sticks out in your head.
Okay,
Whether
a
it's with
really
people, without
emotional
people,
one?
You or Dave. Or,
Really emotional.
Let's hear it.
I'm always with Dave. I don't leave home without him.
I wish I didn't leave home without
He's
him.
my blinky.
That's nice.
But then when we get home, we're like,
yeah, of
get away
course.
from me.
Yeah, obviously. Yeah.
So it was December. When was it? 2022 or 23? I can't remember. I cannot flip and win.
Okay.
I couldn't win for like months. And I
I've
was
been there.
physically drained because without the win, I don't get clicks and I couldn't grow. And I'm just like, I'm so exhausted with this, Dave. I don't know. So I went back to Triple Stars. We were about to have to fly out. We were leaving Vegas. It was at Cosmo.
Uh-huh.
I went back to it. I had like 200 or 300. I started on $5. It wouldn't win, so I went to 10. Didn't win. I went back to 5, and I'm betting like 1, 2 credit. It's a 3 credit machine.
Yeah.
Occasionally 3, and I'm changing my bets up and going back and watching a bit. It's so stressful. Oh my God, it's stressful. But I finally hit all 3 triples.
Oh my.
$5 did on.
Oh,
20K.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
What a sigh of relief.
I don't cuss on my
Yeah, but
my
you
videos.
did that.
Oh, I did.
Yeah.
And I thank God it.
And you
David was like way over here playing cats or something. He turned around. And he's like, "What?"
Triple
Yes.
bangers like that. How'd
And
that
it
feel coming out?
saved my butt.
You said it was, yeah.
It wasn't just
it was
the
a little
win.
bit deeper, yeah.
It was the creating win. Like I got views.
Ah.
And so
there
I
it
did
is.
not unwrap that wrapper. I took that 20K home.
Good
It was
for
like
you.
a prize.
Awesome. You deserve it, like I said. Wow, good story. That's a great story.
Yeah.
All right. What about one of the worst times you've had? And I don't mean.
Oh, there's lots
no,
of
no,
worse.
and I don't mean like a night you just went to record. You got a bunch of debt. I mean in general, like something that happened. And like when I said that, like I didn't even mean like one of your best wins of all time, like experience. Like oh yeah, we went to, the one night when we were at Cosmo and like that. Like give me like an experience. How about a creator experience? Something you've been out, doing something with a creator and funny stuff or cool stuff or something.
Dave
great.
and I, we never got to travel together. Like we didn't go on anniversaries. I mean, we've always been family based,
Right.
working.
Yeah, I understand that more than
We
anything.
didn't get to fly anywhere until we started Slot Hopper.
Got it. So now
So,
this
it's
is
an
also
adventure.
what Slot Hopper
Yeah.
has opened up, and now you started a new adventure. Where you're just
Yes.
an
But that's gonna be
adventure
with
train.
family. We're gonna go camping. We're gonna go fishing. It's
Yeah.
not just casino
Right.
because I need a break.
I saw your fishing pictures the other day.
Yes.
Thought they were great. Yeah.
And
I was,
and
like,
of
gonna
course
text
I
Dave,
have
"You
the
take me
luck
fishing?"
with the fish also. So it's fun.
And now you currently reside where you are originally from, correct?
Sort of. In the same state.
Kind
Texas.
of. Yeah, but not the same. Texas is
Not the
huge.
same town.
Texas
but
isn't
yeah.
huge, but everybody was familiar with you being local to obviously Tampa. That's where
Right.
I knew you from until like obviously we got to know each other.
Yes.
And you're like, I'm originally from Texas, that's where we're going. I'm like, oh well, that makes sense now. Cowboy boots and the
I know. I
Southern
didn't
accent.
own a first pair of real cowgirl boots till Slot Hopper started bringing in the bucks.
get out, see?
Yeah.
The more
But you know what? I owned clothing boutiques years ago.
I did not know, I
Yes.
did know this. I did know this. Never mind.
So I
did
wore
know this.
heels like every day, like wedges,
Got it.
stilettos.
So this is
But this is just so comfortable.
this is-
I mean,
this
I
is-
can't
this
walk
is
around Vegas
cake
and
work for you.
yeah.
Cake work. No, don't either. Don't either.
Yeah.
You are, but you want to talk about like best dressed in show? It's you. As
Thank
far
you.
as the community goes. Seriously, like you.
I don't know.
if you
I get
want-
laughed at a lot
If
too.
you know what? Who cares? You know how much I get laughed
I don't
at on
care
a daily
anymore.
basis? Yeah, don't care anymore.
Yeah.
The more you don't care about these little like insecurities or whatever it may be, the better. It really is. It's a fun place. It's a dark place sometimes, but it's
It is
fun.
dark.
It's a dark place where misery loves company, and we all be dark together. And
Exactly.
you're not by yourself. And you can really turn this. You could turn a negative thought or a negative process into a real funny moment or
Right.
whatever it may be. And that's
Yeah.
why I love that we all have each other for that. That's really insightful.
And Stacy's great.
Stacey's good
Met
stuff.
Stacy.
Yeah.
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 And
Good.
it's funny. I don't think she wanted to let me in her space,
Why is
but
that?
meeting somebody new can be intimidating. And then, but she had an opportunity to go to Resorts World and do the tournament.
Mm-hmm.
So she called me. She emailed me. I don't remember what happened exactly, but then we just, it started a friendship and it pulled us together. And she's cool.
Yeah, isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
Isn't that awesome? And I have because we'll stay on Stacy for a second. I have a similar story with Stacy of, starting off with like just an email, like her just emailing me.
Yeah.
And turned into a beautiful friendship with her and Greg. Like
Her and
I
Greg.
was at their house celebrating, with their puppy, meeting her
Yeah.
mom and stuff like that. That's awesome. I've made lifelong friendships being in this
Yes.
space.
Me too.
I would have never I'm not sitting here with you if I don't start a slot channel.
Right.
Or if you don't move forward with Slot Hop, that's actually a 1+1 equation too. Like we're not sitting here, and I could be more thankful, obviously, for your friendship as well as Dave's, of course. And all your insight as a creator too, because I remember texting you before about stuff, and with
Yeah.
this Facebook crap and
Oh,
whatever crap. I know we could go on a tangent about that.
Meta.
And all this crap. Don't start.
I'm sorry.
It's a struggle.
It's
a
touchy.
Struggle
It's
a
touchy.
struggle every day. And,
It is.
we have to find these new alternatives, in platforms, and like now something that I was focusing on. Like I remember when I spoke to Tim. Ooh. See, I don't know what I'm doing sometimes. Sorry, guys. Like I see Tim in a space that I wasn't familiar with, and now that I'm becoming extremely familiar with, which is like the sweepstakes casinos and the online casinos and the gaming casinos. I saw all this stuff at first. I went, "This is a scam!" Like I immediately went like
Anything
that.
new is a scam, right?
Right.
Because
So-
it's unknown.
Because and 2 or 3 years ago, I'm thinking about all the offers I probably got from really reputable companies that I deleted or whatever it
too.
may be, and I
Yes.
can't wait to run into one of those people one day. Be like, I emailed you 4 years ago. Like I'm from Vandal, idiot. Like something like that.
Right? Spam.
I wonder how much I did that, and now that I'm becoming more knowledgeable about it, and
Me too.
I'm seeing a lot more creators do it as well.
Well-
I'm looking at it as an alternative for the people that can't get out of their home, that live too far away from casinos. That there was always the option to gamble online. I mean, at least in 7 states or whatever it is.
Right.
But you always
Not
had the
in
option
Texas, but yeah.
to do social casinos or these sweepstakes, fake coins, fake gambling. I mean, you
Right.
could go on MGM's website and play fake money if you
Right,
wanted to,
right.
just to get the feel.
Sure.
So I looked at it as this alternative. I said, wow, this is a great thing to do. And now that our creators are coming into this space a little bit more,
Yeah, more and more.
look, we all started somewhere. There was, like I said, 10, 20 slot channels when I came in. What did you think people said when the slot channels first started? Now there's meet and greets across the country for the slot channels.
Right.
You understand? So,
Yeah,
like you
so-
said, we were ignorant and not educated enough on it. But what is your thought process on it? How do you feel about it?
I think that there's pros and cons, just like with
everything,
anything.
of course.
And everything has to be done in moderation. If you can't do
Agreed.
moderation,
You're not going to jump into the iGaming space as Slot
No.
Hopper and go start doing live streams from there 2 times
Right.
a day.
but what I have enjoyed about it is they're not like a land-based casino.
Yeah.
Like you can spin at .20 SE
Right.
and win huge.
Yes.
Like Dave plays. I play when I'm creating, not really so much because I just need a break from it. But
Yeah.
he plays it a lot
Yeah.
and he wins.
And he
He's
likes
probably
it.
won over 10K.
Listen to this.
Yes, no, he has, and he's not a high roller.
Doesn't sound like a scam to me,
No.
Or
And-
are there scams out there? Yes, I'm sure.
Of course.
You know what I mean? I'm sure that there are in totally 100 different ways,
Right.
but we're talking about your specific situation, like you said, Dave specific, whatever he was doing,
Yes.
and that was real, right? Then that becomes
It's real.
money. You saw that money.
It's
not
different.
fake.
It's not a it's not a land-based casino. You're not going to go print out a ticket. It is a different process, but it's still real.
Everything that's different is a scam, right? Remember when Bitcoin was a scam?
Yeah, exactly.
I've cashed out real money from Bitcoin and Ethereum and stuff like that. Real as could
so
be to me.
I had a comment the other day. I lost 10K. It's such a scam. Well, that's actually your own fault. Why are you risking so much? Like
Also,
it's
as well.
moderation.
Moderation, like you were saying. But
Moderation.
if you go to the land base and you lose 10K, is it a scam?
Exactly. Actually, your odds are no better, no worse. It's still
Agreed.
a platform to risk. So,
Agree, and I like that there's this new platform here, and
Yeah.
maybe
lots
maybe
of people
we-
like it.
Maybe we enter a space of something that has existed. There's a bunch of these people that
Mm-hmm.
love us, but they didn't know we existed, and now we
Right.
came into their space and maybe they'll appreciate it a little more. Like,
Right.
oh, somebody's bringing entertainment. I play this game all the time on whatever. Yeah. So see, I like that thought process. The in moderation. My goodness, people need to take that when it comes
Yes.
to anything.
And I say it when I stream. I say it the beginning or end. Play responsibly because,
And
you got to.
And because somebody like yourself is in the space, I will take it that much more serious. That's what I
Right.
said with Tim too. Like,
Yeah.
if you're going to do it, I'm going to look at it a little bit more and go, I want to talk to Natalie about this a little
Right.
bit, like I did with Tim. And Tim gave me a whole breakdown. I was like, I love this. And then I actually went to like a legitimate seminar on sweepstakes casinos and stuff. Like,
Really?
yeah, everybody that's everybody
Okay.
that's out there calling them a scam and stuff like that. they're going to be in for a rude awakening. Like these
Well,
people have their stuff figured out.
They're a
but,
business.
But there are scam ones out there.
Of
I've
course.
seen them. Of course there are. But
Of
it's
course.
like not everything's just because it's new, or like you said, Bitcoin was a scam. What else was it? Was the internet a scam?
Right.
Probably too. We were probably scams,
Yes.
right? What are these people? There's people that still
Just
are
like Dave, YouTube doesn't do slot channels or scam, but
Yeah.
then it's anything new, you need to research on your own before you point.
Here's a big one. How about for the mobile side of it, people that play mobile gaming, even if it's legit on their local casino, a lot of people, I've seen this as coming up.
Okay.
Do you think that there should be a ban on smoking inside land-based casinos? Do not be biased towards me, because I'm the answer you wouldn't think I would give.
So, I'm not a smoker.
Yeah.
I don't like smoke.
Not
I
at all.
accidentally
That's why
loathe
I want
smokers.
your opinion on
Somebody's
it.
smoking beside me, I'm just
Like I didn't. I put it this way. I didn't ask Tim this question because Tim is next to me a lot.
yeah.
And think about all what he deals with, and I apologize to him 100 times. If it, like, I would know, Tim's like, should they ban it? Tim's gonna go, no, people should be happy. Like,
But
I completely forgot to ask him that, but I know
I think
that you're
it's contradictory. Like,
you're gonna tell
I'm
somebody
in
with
a
a vice to not have a
gambling
vice.
place. You want to have a vice, go do it on your own time. I'm not going to judge you. If I don't like what you're doing, I'll move. I don't know.
I really love and appreciate your thought process when you're doing that and the kindness of your heart, because you're a sweet person. I do not think smoking should exist inside casinos because of the health. So like
It's bad.
And it is, and like that's a proven thing with the secondhand
But
smoke.
it's like a double standard.
I know.
It's unhealthy
I
to
get
be in a dang casino.
It's
anyway.
unhealthy to be in. Why are you in a casino?
Knock on wood.
I get it, but like.
I don't know. I think
you
that's
shouldn't
why.
have to suffer for my decision. Like
If it's good-
if I lose 5,000 down here, it's not affecting your bankroll down there. If I'm
True.
smoking
That's
next to
true.
you and inhaling in your face,
But see, I can get up and move.
You can get up and move.
Or I could have known
but
I'm
that's
smoking.
That's not fair. That's not fair. It should, but that's the thing
But
too.
I'm too
There
easygoing.
shouldn't-
I'm
there
a
shouldn't
people
be
pleaser.
I know. I'm clearly against.
But I
people
don't like
as a
smoke.
whole.
It gives me a headache.
It should
it's
not.
gross.
It shouldn't be there. Exactly.
Yeah.
You want to smoke, go outside. But that's another
That's
thing
true.
too. Now you want to see the flip job happen. Give me a space outside. Like,
Yeah.
don't tell me to go outside. Now I go outside and you go, oh no, you got to go over there.
Right.
Like, I'm already outside. Let's calm down. Let's not get too excited. Like I was all for you. I was
Yeah.
running with this, and now you're making me backtrack a little bit.
Right.
Now I'm gonna go back inside. But I do agree with it. Or maybe, I mean, that would be a pain in the ass. But like the
I
room
don't like
smoking,
conflict. You
downstairs
know
not
what? I
smoking.
just want everybody to be happy.
You'll get up and move because you're a better person.
But I will, yeah.
You
Or I'll
will,
even
and that's-
leave.
But that's not fair.
Or I won't go back.
Imagine that. You wouldn't even go back. So yes.
If it was that
the
bad.
answer is yes. Like at that
It is,
point.
but
it's-
I
they
don't
should
want the
ban it.
responsibility of making that decision.
No, and you're not.
You know?
We're just chatting. I just wanted
And
your thoughts.
I don't know. I just think
I
it's
see it a lot.
It's
Everybody's
like
talking about it.
it
now.
drives me crazy though because I do think it's a double standard.
I think there's a lot more things that we could focus on, like maybe
Yes.
raising the threshold of a jackpot
Oh
instead
my
of worrying about banning
Lord.
smoking.
Why
if we're
is that
really
not
going to
done
be,
yet?
I don't know. Like
You spend
inflation, all this stuff.
1,100 to win 1,200, but then they take your taxes.
Tell them.
So
Tell
yeah.
them.
No, change
Yeah,
the freaking
change
law.
Change the law so you were
Yes.
nicer. See how I would have went F you. Yeah, that's not important. Anyways,
Okay.
Off on a tangent. Give me your what are your 3 favorite land-based casinos across the country?
I love Choctaw.
I know you
I
do.
do.
Great
I
casino.
love and hate them, but that's a casino. I mean,
Great
you're
casino.
never going to go always
Great
win.
casino too.
But it's beautiful.
Place. Beautiful place.
Giant room, smoke-free. Sky Tower.
See? That's what you need.
Smoke-free. It's
That's what you need.
clean. It's
See?
bright.
That's it.
The lights, the
Beautiful place.
bells that people hate, but I love them.
I love
If
I love the
you've never
bells.
played the bells, then you don't know what you're
I
missing.
love the bells.
The ringing is annoying.
No.
I'll admit on the TV when you
On
hear
the
it,
TV, it's
but
when
turn
you're
it down.
right. Well, at the same time, somebody watches you because they love the way
Oh,
you
I know.
speak or whatever
They
it
won't.
is.
I
But
know.
it's like I don't.
And you know why they're
it's
so
not that big of
fun?
a deal.
It's because from a regular slot machine, you're just gonna get the reels.
Yes.
Well, with
You
the
need to
red,
hit
you
that
get the
button.
reels and the red.
Boom, and it's
Boom. And it's fun
It is
because you never know what you're gonna get.
You're gonna spin once, right? Or
Right.
you're gonna spin for a minute and a half. for no reason whatsoever. You just took a degenerate.
Yes.
And made them into, and there's people, there's creators, like a ton of creators that I spoke into. They're like, I gotta go. You gotta take me to Oklahoma. I'm like, yeah, let's go. Or you're
gonna love it or you're gonna hate it. I don't know.
Ride. It's gonna be like something you're not prepared for, because I wasn't. I remember like Stacy and Greg warming me up for this, and Eddie and Rayco from FNS, and I'm just like, I'm just going, and then watch this, and I'm like, wow, what's going on? They're going, the bingo card's a diamond.
I watched the bingo card.
Yeah.
I love watching it. So David don't.
Now, if I record in Oklahoma, I want to say, because I have a big Oklahoma following. They're like my second biggest demographic, which I love. Shout out to all of you Oklahoma people.
Cool.
And I don't like to show the bingo card, because then you really have no clue what's about to happen. As a
But you're
fan.
taking away the double fun.
It's
really I like to watch to see what lands.
Yeah.
Like, what was the pattern? What pattern did it land on?
This is what I dealt with, like Casanovas and
how full was the card before it landed? I mean,
here's a showstopper. I'm like,
but
what
a lot of the games though, you can't see it. Like the screen is
it's
dark.
up here, and it's hard to get. But then I got I was getting the Oklahoma people coming in and go, you're not even showing the bingo card.
That's half the fun.
And I'm like, wait a minute though.
Yeah.
I'm like, which means you really have no clue what's about to happen. Isn't that more fun? See, I'm that
No.
person. See, are you?
I gotta have reason.
Are you the person that sits and watches a movie like maybe Dave has seen it already, and you start asking him, does this guy do this? Do you really do that?
No, not really.
All right, don't.
I don't.
Do that.
I want to watch it. No, if I already know, then I won't watch.
Well, that's the same thing with the bingo card.
But I want to know. I'm like a strategy kind of person, though. I want to know.
Different aspect to it. All right,
yeah,
different thought
there's
process.
a strategy. Like,
okay.
What were you betting? What did the card look like?
Yeah.
How many? I want to know what was there when you landed that.
Make me love it. How about that? Next time we're in.
I'll show you my strategy.
Together. I want to sit there and watch, because they've tried it. They have. This doesn't go without saying. Eddie and Rayco, shout out to you guys, Stacy and Greg, and the Casanovas. They've tried to make me love this bingo card, and they're pushing me further away from it.
Oh my gosh.
And I'm just like, I don't care about the bingo card.
They bet crazy. I'm more low roll, realistic, So I play with the card. I change my bets.
Yeah.
And I don't know, it's fun.
Okay.
It's fun because there's there's just more to it than just pressing a button.
Give me some red screws. I need
yes.
red screws.
So I love Choctaw.
Red screws. Okay, yeah, sorry, Choctaw. See what happens?
Yes.
Choctaw. Go ahead.
Choctaw. Man, it's kind of
I know,
changed
it's
in
tough
Vegas.
Too. It's tough too. Oh, well, you know what? I was going to ask here. I'll make your life easier. I was going to say, what are your 3 favorite land-based casinos across the country? What are your 3 favorite Vegas casinos? Was going to be my next one, because this is one space where there's 100 of them. So I wanted to dumb this down to its own, and then put the whole country as a whole.
So I love 3 for different reasons. Like Resorts World, I loved because it was bright.
Yeah,
I like a
place.
bright casino.
I mean,
the rooms were so nice.
Beautiful place.
And I also like to feel safe.
Yeah.
One night, Dave was kind of far from me.
Okay.
And I was playing, and I look up and I see 3 security guards. I'm like, what the heck is going on?
Right.
So I look to the side. There's like 6 dudes over here watching me. Yes.
Yeah.
And they came over because they seen him, I guess.
Yeah.
And they got closer to him and walked him off. Like, I didn't even know what was going on. So, at least you can be safe. Like, I want a safe casino.
Always a good feeling.
Yeah, because I am by myself. David's always around, but he might be over there, and, I just like to know there's double security.
You and David saved me the one night, remember?
Yes. Yeah.
Remember that one?
Yes.
That was I still tell that story to this day, and people are like, wait, what? I go, yeah. I go, David and Allie walked with me all the way through the car and drove me to my car. And they're like, what? It's like, I said, yeah.
It's happened so many times in Tampa.
People think it's like such
They follow people home and rob them or run them off the road and rob them.
Guys. What advice would you give to people?
Watch your back.
So watch your back.
Watch your surroundings. Something suspicious, turn and walk back.
Yep.
And just, me and Dave have deviated a couple of people at Cosmo. I love Cosmo. It's a lot of fun. But it's probably one of the most unsafe places in my opinion. Because of a couple reasons.
Okay.
There's a lot of exits.
A lot of places you can run to and
Yes,
escape quickly.
and those
Got it.
people are out the door.
Of course, that's
in a
the
moment.
first part of their plan.
Yes.
Obviously, yeah.
So, Resorts World is more isolated.
Yeah.
People can't just
Can't just
rob
run
you
off,
and
yeah,
take off
Take off, right.
out the door. But yeah, like we won some money and a guy started following us.
Yeah,
And it was obvious.
of course.
So we act like we're going to get on an elevator and he gets on and we get off.
Nice.
And we're gone.
See ya.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's happened a bunch.
Wow. And see, because you guys
But,
are aware of it. But
you
have Superman with you too.
Yeah.
I've never felt more safe in my life than that
Oh.
walk to the car. Especially a lot of things you say to me on that walk to the car that made me feel even more safe. But I
Yes.
thank you guys for that
Superman.
a million times too, because
Broken noses.
could have been a different night if you guys weren't there.
Yes, for me, many times too without Dave.
Could have been a real different
Yeah.
night. And yeah. We would see how we go off again on a tangent. Give me your favorite. I think we're on 2 casinos now. I think we're only on 2.
Okay,
What
well,
did we say so far?
anyway, I
Resorts
do
World?
love Cosmo. I do, but it's not safe. Like, I've seen ladies' tickets stolen out of their machines.
That's a shame.
But it's still, I won triple stars there. I mean,
It's got that
it's,
sentimental
yeah.
hold
And I've
on
hit,
ya. All right.
top dollar and all that. But
right.
anyway, okay, I like Resorts World, but it's changed,
Okay.
I think, from when I first started.
Okay.
I don't know.
There's
And
so many across the country too.
Oh, yeah.
Especially when you travel and you go crazy and you see
Right.
all these other ones. Durango has officially made it to my top 3
well,
list.
I've had fun. Like,
So,
this is our second trip.
It's a beautiful place.
Yes, it's gorgeous.
Clean.
Clean,
Yeah, everything.
People are
everything you were
nice, the
saying,
food's
yeah.
good.
Oh, incredible.
but it's a different. I feel like every casino has a different game floor.
Okay.
And my first trip is usually always a bomb.
Okay.
So I have to figure out the games.
I see what you're doing. Every trip is a bomb for me lately, so I
Well,
just whatever.
it happens.
Because that's how it goes. Because that's how it goes. Oh my God, wild
Yeah,
stuff.
so I like off strip.
Yeah.
I like on strip. And like Durango, just keep it, mix it up.
Fresh resort. This is nice. Yes, I like. That's the thing I have to start doing too. That I have a problem with. Like I remember when I go out to like October G2A. Like I stay. Like I only did like this. I'm kind of like, you're out here, but then at the same time, my itineraries and BS. I don't want to be traveling across the
Right.
whole strip too. But I do want to see like the different views and perks and different places, and you should be doing that too as a creator, right? I mean,
Right, we got to change it up.
Yeah,
And if you
you
go to
have
the
to.
same casino every time, you're going to start losing.
and
You got to move.
You're beating a dead horse,
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that 100%. What else I got for you? Man, I covered a lot with you, huh? I told you we were going to rock
I talk
and
your ear
roll
off?
tonight. No, not at all. You didn't talk enough, I feel
Okay.
like.
No, I talked a lot.
You've been very insightful and again, sharing a lot. How about this? What is something within reason? What is something that that you haven't shared with like the YouTube community or like your audience? Something minor, not major. Anything, something small that could come to your mind and say, oh yeah, you know what? I've never blah blah blah. I don't know. That just came to my head. That's not like a setup question or anything. I just was thinking that because we were just on a tangent.
I don't know.
Like what would your audience like to see or hear about that you haven't shared yet? Or maybe something.
I don't know. Well, I've made it through a couple streams where I just flat out wanted to go ball my face off, but I don't know, that's not what I'm there for.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I'm not there to share my negative, and I just bite it and grin and go.
And does working with your channel and having that audience retention and speaking to your audience and stuff that make you happy?
Yeah.
It brings you up, right? It's a really good.
Yes,
That's
yes.
that's a whole nother addiction
But
for me.
everything we do in life has highs and lows.
Absolutely.
So you're not going to find anything that's perfect.
Never.
But just like circumstances, I don't know, something stupid. Like we took our kids to a water park.
Yeah.
Why I left my gold necklace in the room?
Yeah.
Yeah. And I thought I lost it. Well, I couldn't find it before my stream. I had to go live. And I'm freaking out. It was David's grandmother.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it was
No,
special.
there's a lot that goes.
It was
that's going
sentimental,
into that.
and I
Yeah.
took it to heart and I couldn't find it and I'm freaking out. And
And you had to power through a live stream.
yes,
with that
when I
thought
wanted to
process.
go
Tough.
retrack and find
Tough.
it. But my daughter called the hotel, and the cleaning lady actually turned it in.
Wow, he ended up getting it back in the long run.
Yes.
So just another lesson.
Just something stupid,
But that's not
like,
stupid.
I don't show everything.
Yeah, I don't. I'm way off too. Like people are like really think that they do, and they don't, because I give you what I give you.
No, there's a lot
But
of
I try to give you
lows.
enough. But there's a lot that people don't see of me on an everyday basis, and I'm fine with that.
I am too.
Because here, let's put it like this. Let's dumb this down perfectly. Let's get rid of this camera, and let's say it was just me and you hanging like we've done 100 times before. That is a special moment. That is a key moment that you and I have had that has been shared with nobody. Everything we've spoken about, whatever conversation is, that's sacred, right?
Right.
For me to now go, like, let's say now I go hang out with Tim. Oh my God, I was just upstairs with Natalie for an hour. We were talking about this and that. And now Tim's involved too. That's no longer sacred. So
That's
once
not
you
me.
break that line, even though you are a creator and entertainer, of course, once you introduce or whatever that is, that's gone now.
Right.
You know, that aspect of whatever privacy or whatever, it's gone. It's no longer sacred. Not saying that sharing
Right.
with you guys isn't sacred, but I'm just saying, you know,
Well, most people, when they turn on Saw Hopper, they want to escape their own crap.
right.
And I don't
Why would
feel
you wanna
like
see
I
my
want to
crap?
share mine.
Why would you want to see my crap?
Right.
However, I bet you a lot of your audience would love to hear
Right.
you struggling a little bit, being emotional a little bit.
Well, they
whatever it may be,
would, because my life isn't a piece of cheesecake every day.
No, and
Sometimes it's fungus-ridden misery.
sometimes weeks at a time.
Months.
Kids, family,
It's life.
husband. It's
Ups,
not easy.
downs,
Lefts
you
and
know.
rights.
But it's life.
And how do you power through all of that and just keep powering through and succeeding? What gives you that fire?
My family.
Yeah, of course, the same thing.
Yeah.
That does
Right.
both things for you. Yes, absolutely.
Of course.
Great. Well,
If they weren't
said,
happy,
Natalie.
then I wouldn't be doing it.
Well said. Well said. I couldn't thank you enough for sitting with me and sharing all this stuff with me.
Thank you for having
like,
me.
the first official, this means the world to me. Seriously. You
Sure.
And you
Hope I didn't
know-
get too deep emotionally,
you
huh?
know- hey, listen, this ain't the first time it's going to go down. You know, wait till part 2. You know,
Right.
wait till part 2 when we have Dave
Right.
serving us drinks while we're doing this, and you know, we'll have him make some double tequilas or something. We'll get him involved maybe a little bit, and then we'll really have some fun once Dave gets involved. You know, and now that everybody knows,
Let's interview
who the
Dave
slot hopper
next.
is. I'll do
Oh
it.
no, it's scary. You know, everybody's like, "Why don't you put him on camera?" I try to
They
turn the
love him.
camera, and he's like ducking.
They love him. How could you not love him?
Oh, but he's over here
fantastic.
fast spinning, and it drives me
Yeah,
nuts on
yeah.
3 wheels. He's
Yeah,
fast
with his-
stopping.
with
I'm
his-
like,
with his hat
stop
on,
it!
He's rocking and rolling. That's it. That's your rock right there, right? Or are you his rock?
I don't know. Sometimes he's a porcupine.
Yeah?
You know, it's life.
Well said.
The highs and lows.
You always have these little saying and little things you do with him. I love it.
You know what? I watch too many kid cartoons. Like seriously, I reference
Okay.
a lot of I reference
kids.
kid
Yeah,
stuff, and people
absolutely.
don't know.
Yeah. I
I'm
know.
like, pick 3. That's from Shrek.
I'll catch
Pick
up
3,
on it.
my lord.
I say for real life, it's from Bluey, you know, because I say, wait, for real life? I'm like, you
Oh no, I didn't just say that on camera.
know? And I'm like, whatever,
Okay,
it is what it
anyway.
is. But that's what makes you more relatable,
Right.
is like I'm saying. So please don't go share your entire life. But I guarantee you right now, like, I don't know, let's say you were at home. I love how I was just closing this off, by the way, and now I go into a whole nother thing. Like how I saw the picture of you fishing the other day. I really appreciated that picture as a fan of yours. You
Well,
know?
I thought it might be good to open up a side of me because I think people want to see more reality.
See, that's what I mean when I say it. Like I'm not saying, all right, let's go show all your kids their names, social security
Right.
numbers, you know. and
Right.
stuff. That's what I mean.
Just a little
Just a
bit.
little
I'm not
taste
always
of when-
pretty and curly hair. I have on baseball caps and sneakers and flip flops, and I'm fishing with
Yeah.
dirty
Let me-
worms,
can I-
and you know.
Can I tell you something? You look like a superstar in the picture with the fish that I saw. So I don't know what
thank
you're
you.
talking about.
Oh, well,
Natalie.
thank you.
And I'm pretty sure the rest of the community can obviously.
I really thought hard about posting that, like seriously, because
Just
it's
the fish picture?
yeah, because I don't ever, you know, or eating on camera.
I know. I'm at it. But
It's
you know,
hard.
Yeah, they love it. They love it. I did it with Jerry. I sat up there, and you know what's so fun about that is, I've had 1,000 lunches with Jerry eating sandwiches. You know, this time I just got to record it. You know, all I did
Well, you
was
should.
put the camera
It's
over
amazing
there.
when people watch.
I said, Jared, don't
Yeah.
even. I said, just talk. I go,
Because it's real.
I got the control. If we say something that's really like off kilter, FFF, because that's how we talk, I think, Jared, just cut it out. It's no big deal.
You know what?
And it was fun.
You know why people watch YouTube?
Why?
They crave human interaction.
Human interaction that they don't
Whatever it is.
Wherever it is.
Whatever it is. You're off eating, you're gambling, just reality human connection.
Ready? Have you ever related more to TikTok or TikTok, whatever it may be?
I don't like TikTok.
Or that's why I said not TikTok, but just
Okay.
like one of these places where you're scrolling or watching or even relating emotionally, whatever it is, and you're actually connecting with this than you are more with everybody else in your
I
life.
like the spiritual, like uplifting things.
Me too. I love that stuff.
Yes.
Gets me emotional too,
Yeah.
like in a way, in a happy,
Get you
emotional
motivated.
way.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love seeing like Marines coming home is right there. I love that stuff.
Oh,
Marines coming
man,
home, the
that hits
dogs,
hard.
And like families and stuff. That stuff always gets me
Yeah.
going. And it takes something like that. That's serious stuff too. But do you know how much like you mean to your audience? Like you mean a ton to your audience. So
I hope so.
yeah. So to like relate and let them know that you're a human being.
I
every
love
now and then.
relating
There's
with people.
There's nothing wrong with that. That's what
Yeah.
you did with your fish picture.
Yeah.
You know, you went too crazy overthinking that. You know,
I
I'm sure,
know.
100 times.
That's
All you
me
had to do.
overthinking.
Just take a picture on the damn fish up, Natalie. You know,
I know.
That's all I want to see as a fan.
That's
I
what
wanna
Dave
see
is
that
like.
too.
Take pictures. He's like, I'm like, but no, I gotta have meaning. He's like, you don't have freaking
Nah,
meaning for
nah.
every picture.
They just love you.
But
They
it's
love you.
hard.
They don't care what you're doing. Most likely, they don't care what you're wearing. Most likely, well,
They do.
I stopped myself. You always knock it out of the park. So you have now set a bar high. To now you can't be normal. You can't dress
Well, I
down.
like clothes. They're
You
my
can't dress
escape
down.
too.
You look
so.
incredible in clothes, by the way.
Thank
and
you.
what you choose and all the fashion trends that you do. It is incredible. I've complimented you a
You're
million
being
times.
too nice.
I love it because I love, like, you're seeing me dressed down. I love
I
putting
like your
myself,
sneakers.
I love putting myself together, a nice ensemble with suits and ties
Yes.
and handkerchiefs. And oh my God, I love that. So I
Yes.
appreciate what you're doing too with the color coordinations. Love it. I guess I'll thank you again and then try to end it, and then I'll start up another.
Thank
whole
you for
20-minute
having me.
thing.
I've never done this because I don't know, opening up to people is different, but
That's what it's
you opened up to me in the beginning, so I owed you one.
Ah, nice, nice.
We're even. You don't get no more.
How do you feel about this? I still got one from Dave, though.
Okay,
I still got a favor
you
from
got to
Dave.
get Dave.
Yeah.
Yes.
What, how does it feel? Not that bad,
I
right?
talk too much.
No, you don't.
Now,
See, I
I'm,
feel
now
like
I'm gonna
I talk too much.
overanalyze your video.
I'm not gonna send you any footage either to see how you did.
I'm not gonna watch it because I'll be like, why did you
got an
say
F
that?
tonight. Yeah, right? I forgot what I said 40
Right.
minutes ago, too. I am 100% sure that everybody out there in the community, everybody, even fans and creators themselves, because, you know, they've never seen you, like, talk in this space or whatever it may be, has loved every second of this. Thank you for sharing, you know,
If you're
what
not
you have
asleep.
shared. If you're not asleep. I'm asleep right now because of the
I'm very
horrible
tired. We've been up,
But
like,
we
it
power
feels like
through.
a full 48 hours almost.
time
yeah.
to rally. You ready to go
Yes.
record? Go record some more.
Go ride
We
or
gotta go
die.
find Tim, who's live right now.
Yes,
you
we
know?
need to chime in.
Yes, yes. All right. Thank you, Natalie, very much for
Thank
the
you for having me.
115th time. This was big for the community. This was big for you as an influencer as well. If you have not checked out Slot Hopper, please check out Slot Hopper. You're subscribing, we're following, we're going to Travel Hopper Chick. You got a lot to do tonight, guys, all right?
Thank you.
So let's make sure we do it. Check her out. Look at her. She's beautiful. Look how she dresses.
Oh, I'm
Incredible.
tired. But,
If this is you
I'm
at
there.
tired, then I
I'm
want to
there.
see you at full speed. Does that sound
all
good?
right, we'll rewind 48 hours.
No
Get
way.
there.
Can't go back. So thank you very much, guys. I appreciate it. NJ Slot Guy here, doing this brand new stuff for you guys, and I really hope you're enjoying it. Thank you again, Natalie. I appreciate it. We are
Thank
out
you.
of here. We have
Bye,
to
guys.
go do some content for you guys.
We gotta go win a
thank you all.
jackpot.
Appreciate it.
Bye.
Bye, guys.